Hello everyone, hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're gonna do a collective timeless reading, so whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but keep in mind it's a general reading, so see which signs and symbols, messages resonate for you in your particular situation and help to hopefully bring you a little clarity on whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. It could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes. It could also narrow your focus and show you something you could be missing, but in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the fairy tarot cards. If you hear a funny noise coming from my chair, that's Rose. She's playing with the ball, trying to hide it in the chair. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Let's just start with one card, get a general energy going on right now for the collective. What you doing, Rose? A little wisdom to the situation going on inside and or around you. One card, please. Oh, wow. We have the Magician, and I had this at the bottom. That's Ace of Winter. All right, so it's about manifestation. The Magician is so powerful. The Magician is you actually starting to take those ideas that you have. You know, they feel elevated. They feel different. I see like a big golden light bulb, and putting energy into your actual surroundings with what you have, the talents you already have, the contacts and the people you already know or are about to meet, and the tools that are in your actual surroundings, putting your energy into that and manifesting things, making changes happen, actually seeing something grow. But it has to be energy put into it, and the Magician has to be willing to mess up and fail so he or she can learn and adjust and do it differently the next time. So it's actually going to work the next time. So it's not about it being perfect. It's about putting energy into it regardless so that you can learn and you can grow. And then you start to see when it just works out right, then that's less attention you need for the future on that particular area that you're manifesting. It looks like you came from this big golden gate or palace. You've walked down this journey on this nice paved golden and or dirt path, and you are manifesting something that feels like magic. But even though you have these big beautiful wings here, you are grounded. There's also red and white roses, which makes me think of innocence and passion. And you're holding this scepter. It looks very much like Lord of the Rings. It makes me think of those fairy people. And then, but you're holding something with your left hand. So you're receiving some kind of information that is making you feel stable. It's grounding you to the earth, grounding you to reality, but it's helping you manifest this ball of energy that looks like it can just grow and kind of attract. Wow, that was really loud. Sorry, guys. That it can, like, I'm getting like a moth to a flame. So maybe attract the right opportunities, the right helpful energies, the right relationships, the right partnerships, the right tools. It's like this light will help you see what you need. You can see the hammer over there that you forgot about that's in the drawer. You can see that I'm getting like a lock, or like, I don't know why I just saw like a Home Depot. That was really weird. You can see, if you don't have it around you, that you can go to the store and it's like that little piece that you needed to get something built is right there. You just maybe had to look up some information first or get your butt to the store so you can get it. So even if the tools aren't exactly around you, you're smart enough to find it. You're going to be directed and like divinely guided to find the right help that you need. Hold on. I'm going to bring her up here because she's being a little bit of a stinker. Can you hang out with, I know, can you hang out with us up here? Let's see what the card actually says. I mean, upside down, it's the trickster. You know, we'll look at that. It's manifesting things that feel plastic. It's not real. It's like you're the salesperson that doesn't believe in your product at all. It's like, I see a furniture store now. So it's like, let's say you work in a furniture store and you don't really believe in your products. You know that your shelves are going to fall apart in like 3 or 4 years, and you're selling it like, oh, it's going to last for 50 years. This shelf is incredible. But you know that it's made from like, it has, I see the bad hinges. You got fur in my eye, babe. It has like bad hinges, and it wasn't made, you know, it was made in a factory where it wasn't really, it's kind of just put together half-ass. And you're selling this product to get it out the door, to make a sale, to make a purchase, or to, you know, to get that win. But you don't believe in your product, and you know that the words you're speaking about aren't really truthful. So it's not really feeling good about the things that you're manifesting or talking about. It's not believing in it. It makes something plastic. It makes what you're actually like putting your energy into not really valuable. It's like you're pulling out the rug from under yourself, like falling over. So I guess it's an awareness of that, you know, having discernment. If you're out to buy a product, maybe do some research, take a look at the hinges, see how well it's made, that it's not something that's going to fall apart. Maybe it's going to an antique store and finding something from that's actually made 50 years ago and seeing that it's very, very valuable and like solid. I don't know why I see a furniture store now. So let's see, Rose. But when this is coming from the truth of your heart and your real desires and your real integrity and what you're manifesting, it's going to feel different. Like the things that are coming into your world around you that you're helping create feel magical. It just feels different. It puts a beautiful, twinkly, magical flair to your whole life. It says you can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can, what is that song? Why did I think of that weird song? Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, you can. What's that, like tomato? Maybe you're comparing yourself to other people. It's not about comparing yourself. You can get inspiration from others. You can have others that are teachers and mentors. And, you know, maybe somebody really similar, but if you do something and it's exactly matchy and you have this drive to do something a little different or special or your way, maybe take the comparison factor out and take the parts, you know, if it's a magician, take the parts that work that you learned from others, but then kind of redirect and remold that delivery and that way that you do something so it's your special flavor and flair, because that's what's going to really draw you forward faster. So I'm getting like in the beginning, it's okay to kind of copy someone else or, you know, follow someone else's lead, but then it's actually starting to wear your own shoes in that situation. Sometimes that takes you a different, you know, through a different growth spurt or down a different road. I hope whatever I just said made sense, but I heard that song. It could be also someone else always comparing themselves to you, thinking that they know better, they know the way to do it because they've done that before, because they're professional, because they have all this experience, but no one could be in your shoes. No one has the experiences you had, maybe similar, but not exactly. So it could be you really stepping into your own here, going down your own path and trying something a different way, your way, an unusual way. I do feel like you're going to run into other helpful energy down here that's going to be more of a support for you to help lift you up even if they have, you know, differences of opinions and such, I still feel like there's a support and a helpful energy. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. So if you're not taking a couple steps, believing that you can succeed, if you can dream it, you can do it. But it doesn't always just fall in your lap. It usually requires some effort on your part. And it doesn't mean that your dreams won't change along that journey. But it does look like you have something around you already right now that you can be successful at. That's going to make you really proud. Woo. Whoa! And let's see, because at the bottom you do have the Ace of Winter. So that's the Ace of Swords. So you're going to get some mental clarity. You're going to get that conversation you've been waiting for. You're going to have some really good communication. And it's usually a really big idea too. It's like an idea that just feels crystal clear. It feels different. It feels like it's brightening up your mind. I just see plans. Like maybe you need to take those ideas you have and actually write them down, because that sometimes is that first step for something to manifest. Sometimes it's just taking like a lot of different ideas and putting them in front of you and then seeing the pattern or the picture. Sometimes it's something like A, B, C, D, E, like an actual plan of something you have to do, like a to-do list today. You're going to get at least these 5 things done. And even if it's just one that you end up doing, at least you got one check, you know? But I usually feel like the Ace of Winter is a nice big conversation as well. So it could be a conversation with someone else that's really clear. It's not somebody, you know, having to read your mind. It's putting all your thoughts out on the table, sometimes brainstorming, and that comes up with big solutions. Even if it's just brainstorming your own ideas. It says, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately, and it's amazing new ideas that should be implemented. It's like those big golden light bulbs, or those spiritual light bulbs. They just feel different. And if this is an idea that you had put in the back burner and you're just not trying, oh, and there's a snowflake here. It's putting a little energy into that thing that you put away, that you tucked away in the closet. You wrote down in that notebook that one time and you forgot about. You have these energetic stars coming out of both of your hands. So you are receiving hope and inspiration and guidance, and you're actually giving guidance and hope and inspiration and healing. With that star energy, it's something coming to you and you're actually putting out. You could be a teacher, or this could be a teacher-student thing. Look at this. Oh, it's cute. It's like a white tiger and it's huge. What is a fairy? Because the fairy could be really tiny, but it looks like it's a little kitten. It's really cute. And the winds of change are coming. Look at how it's swirling around you. Your energy is changing. And look at this star. And it's not just a star, it's a snowflake. So it is expressing how your uniqueness, how you're so different from others, is what's special about a situation, is why something's going to manifest for you. So be unique, be yourself. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to do something out of the norm for you. You know, if you're just always doing something the same way, and is this magician just always doing the same trick, you know, like the little parlor trick, the little thing with the cards, and it's always just the same thing, it doesn't feel as exciting when you've seen it 482 times. So it's trying something new. Trying something that doesn't feel like a trick. It feels like it's magic. real magic. And it's paying attention to synchronicities too. It's paying attention to when you are actually thinking about something and it appears in your world. It doesn't matter how small that thing is. You could have just been talking about a unicorn and you walk into a store and there's a t-shirt right there in front of you with a big old unicorn on it. It can be really simple things. It can be something you hear on the radio. It could be overhearing someone else's conversation and you hear something like, oh, I was just thinking about that. That's so weird. And it doesn't mean that it's always a huge message. It just feels personal. It feels like a personal link from what's going on inside here, as above, so below, to your actual surroundings. And the more you notice it, the more those things just start to appear and you start to kind of put them together like a big puzzle. It just starts to feel like magical energy is actually always there. You just have to look up and notice it. Because a lot of these things do happen, but people just are in, they're in the normal. They're just doing that normal everyday trick that they always do, and they're not looking up to see the magic around them. And it does say there could be challenges, and that's okay, because when you start to do something different, or it's new, it's a different road, it's new for you, it's those challenges that bring you growth. It's those challenges that help you see a reflection on how to do something a different way, how to learn, how not to do something, whether it's good for you and you should give it a try again, or whether it's not worth your energy at all. But it does look like you need to communicate clearly, either with yourself first or with someone else. It could be that you're making plans with someone else, but you need to be on the same page. Because what if you start manifesting something, you think someone's on the same page as you and they're just in a different place. They're in a whole different book or a different classroom altogether. It's just going to make those challenges a lot more hard than being clear and direct. And if it's you having to really speak your truth about something and you're never actually speaking up on your truth and how you really feel or what you're really planning in your head, what you're really thinking about, then it just makes, I feel like that it makes such a harder conversation later than just getting it out on the table and figuring it out right away. I'm just seeing like, just get it on the table, talk about it, clean it up, figure out if it's right. And then if it's not, then there can be a moving along or a redirecting or a change. And if it is right, then you can build so much faster. Sometimes I'm not even sure what I really say on these. So many messages came through with 2 cards. So let's see. Let's go to another tarot card. Let's start bass backwards today. This is the good tarot. Clarity on the Magician and the Ace of Winter. Try to shuffle these again. These are kind of sticky cards. There we go. Okay. Let's get one card to bridge the Magician and this Ace of Winter, this great idea. It's also a 1 and a 1. So if it's only at a 1, you do have to do that I am yang energy into something. You have to get to step 2. And we have another 1. Okay, cool. So you have another ace. So not only do you have something that is clear communication and a good idea, it involves something really creative, something really, really passionate. This is like the big heart on of the universe that comes on through. It's that showing energy that comes on out that you just not just want to pursue and have that adventure. It's usually that kind of thing that once you start making those steps, diving into this creativity and these experiences, because it's a fiery energy. You just want to make that fire keep burning and you want to feel that warmth more and more. These are the experiences that feel really good. But it's also an ace. It's also just a 1. You have to put more energy into it. You have to not just think about it. You gotta not just even have a conversation about it. This is getting excited about that conversation, getting excited about that idea, getting excited that your energy is actually changing, that it's giving you a little momentum in your soul to really dive into something. I'm just seeing somebody actually diving into something. It's the Ace of Fire. Look at this beautiful lantern. It looks a little bit like a, I mean, it's a lantern, but it gives me a little pumpkin vibe. But there's this candle inside. And if you just have this lantern, whether this is an internal light or just you looking around, putting a little light on the situation that you can see, a little warmth, a little excitement on particular areas at a time. Maybe it just starts with like one area, you know, and putting a little more of this passion into that one area brings more passion into other areas of your life, because this is going to change your energy. This is excitement. This is when you wake up out of bed and you're so excited to do something today. You wake up before the actual alarm clock goes off. You're in the shower, you got breakfast on, you're having your coffee, you're like super excited, and it's possible you didn't even sleep good the night before because you're that excited about getting up for this thing. It's that kind of energy. So it could be something really passionate coming through. This could be a real passionate partnership, a real passionate start to a career where you're really into it. You got all these ideas. You got all this like all these, I'm just getting like, I mean, it is ideas here, but they're like really expressive and creative and unusual when this comes through. Sometimes this is a really big adventure. You're thinking about, you know, going on this little adventure, something that's feels really special and passionate, but you got to make the plans. You got to get in the car and get there. All the orange in this and the yellow makes me think of like a lot of creation. I just heard self-exploration, which is kind of that's kind of interesting. Instead of exploring maybe out there, maybe you're exploring different facets of yourself. You could actually be discovering something that you're really talented at, that you forgot about and or didn't know you were talented at. There's like this teeny little fairy here. Look at her sitting there with her little naked self. So you're exposed. You're being authentic. You're showing your truth here. Let's go to a different tarot deck. I have these down, so let's leave them down and go to, let's just go to tarot in the beginning, and then we'll do an oracle at the end. This is the Wheel of the Year. Clarity on the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Winter, and the Magician. The one, the ace, and the one. I kind of just got like the hint of a song about having an ace, but I'm not getting the song, so maybe it'll come through. Show all your aces or something like that. One card, clarity for the collective, please, and thank you. What is this? Wow, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is taking this clarity and taking this passion, really recognizing your strength, that you can do anything, and then really taking action. This could also be somebody else coming towards you really, really fast. This is a very fast knight. He or she is very clear thinking, very smart. They do want to expand in their mind. They do want to know more. They sometimes have a really direct approach or a really direct focus. Once this passion comes inside, that once this idea is there, they take charge, they dive right in, they want to have that experience. It brings the winds of change. It's usually a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, but it doesn't have to be. If this night is upside down, it's total tunnel vision. Total tunnel vision. There is only one way to do something, and that's the way it has got to be, and there's no other way, because he or she knows best, and that's how it worked in the past, and that's the only way it can happen. That's the only timing that is acceptable. Sometimes you have to take those blinders off, and sometimes if this is upside down, it is rushing way too fast into something and not putting proper attention into the details, into the planning, into the actual timing of something. It's being super, super pushy. And sometimes it's getting out of that tunnel vision, bringing something back upright, knowing and having discernment when is the right time to rush into something and take that opportunity when it's there. And when is the right time where sometimes holding back is also appropriate. So it does look like this knight in particular has his sword of clarity, has his amazing purple cape on, and he is off. He is running out of this castle and heading towards something so fast that he forgot his helmet. But the fact that he doesn't have his helmet on also means that his mind is open, his face is exposed. You can actually read. I would say this is probably a knight that wants to have some kind of experience that's maybe not just a phone call, because I see like you're going to see something face to face. So you can see somebody's facial expressions, hear their inflections, really maybe see the truth in between. You might have to read in between the lines a little, but I would say with these two together, the right questions are going to come about where whatever wasn't expressed in between the lines is going to come through. So maybe it's asking the right questions. You know, you do have to be open-minded. He's not the king yet. She's not the king yet. So it's about having these experiences to grow still. But this is usually the experience. It's the messenger. It's not just the messenger. It's like after the messenger into the actual experience. I just see this open gateway here too. Maybe the floodgates are opening up. Let's get one more card. Clarity on the Knight of Swords, please. Oh, wow. The Six of Wands. So whatever you're doing, you're going to have... Whatever you're doing, you're going to have success. It might be a little bit of a battle, but this coming through, it's like the little victory card. It's like the little chariot. You're going to be noticed. It looks like a party in this particular card. These cards are different than some of the other decks. It looks like you're being crowned with this wreath of flowers. Like other people are supporting you here. It does look like you are building something that could possibly, you know, be like a future campfire. So you have your hands on something that's going to create this, you know, fires are creativity and warmth and passion. So it's going to be maybe something bigger than this little flicker of a candle. You got the tools you need here. You're definitely being recognized. Sometimes this comes through when you're someone who's in the spotlight and you're being noticed and people are supporting you and like telling you, hey, you did a really good job. Really, really proud of you. You could also be in the audience here, noticing somebody else around you, you know, that got past these aces here, started to take action in their life and manifest something to really move forward with the plans that they were thinking. Maybe coming out of like a one-way, you know, one-note way of doing something and seeing a big growth and expansion in plans and ideas and possibilities and dreams. And that's actually what's brought success. Usually this is a person like coming home from battle and they're on the horse and they're on the big, you know, in the parade and everyone's like, yay, you did so amazing balls. That was so good. But here it actually looks like a celebration or like a party. And you're not up there on your high horse. Whoever this is that's being celebrated or in the spotlight here is at the same level as everyone else. So I think it's whatever you're doing, you're recognizing the beauty and the value in everyone around you. Or you're just coming into such a position of, I hear graceful power. That you really do have people truly happy around you to see you succeed. So let's stop there for a moment with the tarot. Let's switch it up. Oh, you know what I can do? I have had this bowl in front of me since I did the reading with the pick a card. It's like this bowl of like little trinkets or little charms. So maybe I will just pull a few of these, little segue in the reading, and see if any of these are maybe little synchronicities or things that you're into. Let's just see. This one's the sun. Is that the moon? And the moon. Ah, that's a nice balance. And a star. You can see it here. Hold on. Another one. A feather. One more. And a leaf. That's pretty. I also have my little crystal ball in here. It's like this little citrine. I'll show you. Show and tell. This one actually has a really cool inclusion, if you can see it in there. Always reminds me of like a little, I don't know, like a little mountain. You see it? It's like a little mountain, but I feel like it's like a little ancient scroll of knowledge in there. All right, let's go to something totally different. What should we do? So many cards. Let's do the creativity. Get one creativity card. Clarity on the Ace of Winter, the Magician, the Six of Wands, Knight of Swords. Also, let's mention that Six of Wands upside down. It would be total arrogance on having, you know, a win. Not being up there on your high horse and not recognizing the beautiful people that could have helped you or want to celebrate with you. Or it's you down there in that audience and not giving somebody like the props for doing a good job. Because you're like in comparison land. Instead of maybe using that person as an inspiration. Let's see. Let's get one creativity card. Clarity for the future, please and thank you. Oh, well, perfectionism. So it's not about being perfect. It's like going back to the Magician, it's messing up. It's okay to be unique. It's okay to work to be better, but nothing's ever perfect. So don't stop yourself because it's not exactly right. But if there's a way to learn and get better, make something feel more natural, and or if it's something that you really do need, like if I'm getting like a proofreader, so if there's something you're submitting and it's making sure you spelled everything correctly, you know, cross your T's, dot your I's, if it can be something like that, that's actually written down that you can make perfect or edit. If you're doing something where it's edited, maybe pay attention to that. But sometimes, I mean, it makes me think of that like the Gerber baby painting. Sometimes something that's actually imperfect and or not finished could be really, really beautiful, especially if it involves something creative. I feel like that painting was never finished, but it's still kind of beautiful. So be content to know perfection as a distant utopian goal to which we journey, but we never arrive. It's number 33. So you're never going to get everything exactly perfect. And if you're hard on yourself and, you're a perfectionist, I can't say like I am a Virgo. Sometimes Virgos can be perfectionists a little bit in certain areas because you always want to get better. But you're never, it's about the growth. So just try to have your own internal goals. Maybe make it more natural, be real, be relatable, allow yourself to mess up, be human, and have your own little personal goals to just be better the next time and just do the best you can, because every day is different. So the best you can do one day doesn't mean it's the same best you can do another day. So I heard perfect timing. So sometimes it's a perfect timing situation. It just seems to fall in your world. And sometimes it's not ever really the right time to have that conversation or take that first step or start to manifest. You just have to take the time we have now, because now is the time we have. Today is the day we have. So what better day than today? I think that's a swallow. And I don't know why somewhere fuzzy in the old brain files, I feel like maybe there's a Lauryn Hill song. I don't know if it's a swallow. But I kind of hear it a little bit. And then I think there's a Blackbird song by Sarah McLachlan. There's this really pretty sunflower down here. So follow the sun. Follow the people, the relationships, the situations, the opportunities, your pursuits that feel like they're sunshine. The things you don't want to miss. Oh, look at this. Look what we have at the bottom. Look what we have at the bottom. There's success. Times 2. Success in your manifestation. Success. If you just take something out of this idea land and passion land of something you want to pursue and actually make steps. Enjoying your life and the unfolding of your creative abilities as much as possible is real success. It's the unfolding. It's the journey. It's not always the destination. It's okay to have those goals and those destinations and those big plans. But if you don't enjoy the ride, what happens when you get to the finish line? You have to enjoy the ride, because the finish line is just a pinpoint. So it's enjoying every step along the way. And it looks like you have real good abilities to make something manifest, but it has to involve your creativity. Look at on the outside of this. It's like the crane or a heron. Those birds are so beautiful and huge. This thing makes me think of New Orleans a little bit. That's like this bird. Look how big this bird is. And it's like this net here. So if there's something that was like, I don't know, obstacle or a net, I feel like this bird wants to fly free. But I do feel like it's, I don't know, maybe you were caught up in something. Maybe you were caught up on fear of success, procrastination, not believing that you could have this beautiful creative freedom with something. Sometimes this block or this net comes to protect us, and sometimes this block or this net comes to force us to go a different way. Whatever way you're going to have success. Where are we at? Let's see. Can I go to something different? Let's do an animal card and then maybe sum up with the power deck for you guys. I don't know. Wow. My mind just went disco for you guys. I don't know. I looked at this and then I heard, oh my gosh. All right, let me think. I think the band is called Hot Chocolate. And it's the Miracles. So, I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing. It's an interesting song to pop through. Ooh, cool. My sister does do a badass rendition of that on her ukulele. It's pretty good, I must say. You're like, what are you playing? You're like, huh? Is that a disco song? So maybe you do something like that, like a really unusual instrument, throw a little disco in there, and people are like, what? What just happened? Huh. It's also 79. Maybe that's an age. Maybe that's a year. It was a good year. I just thought of 1979. Is that the Smashing Pumpkins? Whew. Okay. Also, a really good song from that year, happened to be #1 on the charts for a little while, was My Shrona. Little pretty one, you pretty one, when you're gonna make up your mind, Shrona. Oh, I'm not even on the right key. Don't pretend I just didn't sing that, but that song is really good. You make my motor run, my motor run. I'm gonna stop there. All right. Sometimes I am such a dork with you guys. Hey, but I do think that there's always something in the music when it pops through. So it feels like something is calling you to look at it, or you just look at the video. Sometimes there's an extra message. And you have the ant. Oh, you are stronger than you believe. Think of how much the ant can carry. You know? This is about you feeling successful. You could be coming out of a place where you've been trying something alone. Maybe you or someone else does feel really alone or really unique. Maybe getting up that hill. You know, it does say there's challenges along the way. But I think the ant can work really, really hard. And I just think about how it can go over and up walls and up mountains and up things that they kind of seem like they're obstacles, but that little ant can actually get over a lot of different territory. So you can handle it. It says, let go of feeling alone. You are a vital part of the hill. And I'm just getting that weird energy again. So whatever you do that makes you unusual and special is actually your gift. It's actually what's going to help you crawl up and around and through things a different way than anybody else could. So start to see those genuine, unique, awesome facets of you as gifts you have to help you succeed. Those ideas you have that you want to pursue and get started, that's going to put this clarity in your thoughts, in your plans, in your decisions, in the way you do something, the way you see something. Getting those spiritual downloads so the things that you're manifesting feel so special and abundant and different. Like this fire in your soul is just pushing you forward and making you feel warm and vibrant every day. Like you want to try something again. You do have the tiger at the bottom. Wasn't there this? You kind of got a double tiger here. Oh, the white tiger and this big tiger. So it doesn't matter what form of expression you have, what your style is, what your way of doing something is. You're ferocious and precious and special and strong and perfect. Even though you had the perfection card, you're perfectly imperfect. You're a unicorn, you know? You are precious. I just heard you're a delight. That's sweet. So should we do one more card? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's sum up with this baby here, because I really like this deck. All right, so this is the power deck. This one, una más. To sum up the tiger, the ant, the ace of winter, the ace of fire, perfectionism, the magician, the 6 of rods, and where was that other one? Where did he go? And the Knight of Swords. Más, por favor. Oh my gosh. So if you're still here for the end of this reading, you get to see the double whammy. This happens a lot in these readings here. Sometimes it's a triple and a quadruple whammy. So, double message coming on through. So, I'm glad I pulled this other deck now. Cool. Cool. But this is 17, so this one is a star energy. This is healing, hope. It's that huge guiding light that you have. It's healing. It's really big energy. The world here in the tree. We did get that little, that's cool. We did get that little feather. It kind of looks like that. Taking something off of the page, off of your plans. Making it something you can hold and touch. Golden value. It says, get my readers. It says dream your passion. It's the West and it's black. Dream your passion. Fly away. Go through the hoop of your innermost fears and desires. Meet them and conquer them. What pain from childhood have you not dealt with? Move into the wound of your most secret fears and find the seeds of wisdom that are planted there. Face what upsets you the most. It is a great teacher. Give away whatever's holding you back. Insecurities, ego, fear of failure, or of not being loved, or fear of being alone. And be reborn into a state of perfection. It's redirecting your thoughts. It's facing those other facets of you. So you can see what makes you scared. So you can see the things that you want to ignore. Or you're afraid to get into because you're not going to be perfect. And it's just allowing yourself to go on that journey. To really feel your feet every step of the way. To be really hyper aware of every beautiful thing around you. The beautiful experiences you can have. The beautiful relationships you can have. And then it just changes your energy and your focus. So it does start to manifest. Where do we have that magician? The things that really bring you a sense of true success. Because success is enjoying the journey. And with that, I bid you guys adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a really beautiful day. And I will see you soon. Bye.